Hello friends, I welcome you all to our YouTube channel Adapt, Learn and Grow Together. In this session, we will discuss few more Excel shortcuts that can help in increasing the productivity of an Excel user. Here, we will discuss a set of miscellaneous shortcuts, and the list of shortcuts that we are going to discuss is shown here. Starting with our first set of shortcuts from the given list: Alt H, then B and then A, Alt H and then B and then S, Alt H and then B and then T. These three shortcuts are helpful when we want to format the borders of the selected cells. We will discuss each of them one by one in our Excel sheet. So let us move to our Excel sheet to understand these three Excel shortcuts. Before we discuss the working of these three Excel shortcuts, let us first go through the description of these shortcuts. Starting with the first shortcut, which is Alt H, then press B and then press A, it adds all the borders to all the selected cells. Then we have Alt H, then press B and then press S. It is used to apply outline borders to the selected cell. Alt H plus B and T is used to add thick outline border to the selected cells. We will start first with Alt H, then B and then S. This is the data sheet that we will be using for understanding the working of these shortcuts. Here, the data captures the total sales amount for the given product. We can see that borders are missing in the given data. To format the cells with the outline border, we will first select the cells where we want the outline border to be applied. So we are taking row number 4 that captures the total sales for product Dairy India wheat bread, and then we will apply the shortcut, which is Alt H, then B and then S. We can now see that earlier for this product there was no border applied. Now the outline border is applied to the given product row. So if we want to apply the outline border to all the rows present in the data, we can achieve that by simply selecting all the rows and then pressing Alt H, then B and then S. An outline border is applied to the given data set. We can notice that the outline border that is applied is not the thick one. And if we want to apply the thick outline border, we will again select the data cells and then we will press Alt H together and then B and then we will press T. Now we can see here that a thick outline border is applied to the given data set. But again, the borders are missing as they are only applied to the outline. Like all the borders are missing for Amrit A2 cow milk. Then for Amrit full cream milk, only the upper border is applied. The remaining left, right and bottom borders are missing. To fix this, we will again select the cells and then we will press Alt X, then B and then A. So with this shortcut, we can see that all the selected cells have all the borders applied to them. Let us now move to our next set of shortcuts. These are Control, Shift and ampersand, Control, Shift and underscore. Control, Shift and ampersand helps in adding the border around the selected cells. So Control, Shift and ampersand has the same working as the working of Alt H, then press B and then press S. So both of these shortcuts can be used to add borders around the selected cells. Control, Shift and underscore, it helps in removing the borders. Let us now go back to the data sheet. Then we will select the data cells where we want to remove the borders. Let us take Dairy India wheat bread product, select the cells and then press Control, Shift and underscore. So you can see here the applied borders are removed. So Control, Shift and underscore helps us in achieving the removal of the borders for the selected cells. If I select the complete data set and then again press Control, Shift and then underscore, we can see the applied borders are removed for all the data cells present in the given data. Moving to our next set of Excel shortcuts, these three shortcuts help us in aligning the values present in a data cell or a group of selected cells. Before moving to the data, let us discuss and understand their definition. So, Alt H, then press A and then press M helps in aligning the data with the middle alignment for a cell or a given set of selected cells. Alt H, A and then C helps in achieving the center alignment for the text present in the cell or a selected group of cells. Alt H then W helps in wrapping the text which is greater than the length of the selected cells or a group of selected cells. Since we now understand the definition of the given three shortcuts, let us now move to our Excel sheet and understand the working of these Excel shortcuts with the help of examples. Here, the value which is present in cell B3 is not completely visible to the Excel users. So, the actual value which is present in the cell E3 is healthy factory wheat bread, but it is not completely visible to the Excel user. To make it completely visible to the Excel user, let us select the cell and then press Alt H and then W. Now we can see that the value shown or visible to the Excel user is same as the value of the cell. So to wrap a longer text in the given column width, we can simply use the shortcut which is Alt W, which will wrap the long text and fit it into the given cell. Now we can also see that there are alignment issues as well. For example, the values present in the serial number are aligned right, the values present in the total sales column are also aligned right, and the values present in the cell B4 is aligned to the right side and the bottom of the cell. So it is in the bottom of the cell and is aligned towards the right. So we can see that there are alignment issues in this data. We can achieve the middle alignment by simply selecting the cells where we want the alignment to be applied and then clicking Alt H then A, and for middle alignment we will press M. So we can see now the complete data set is aligned to the middle of the cell, okay, but they are still aligned to the right side of the cell. To align it to the center of the cell, we will press Alt H and then A and then C. Now we can see that the values present in each cell are aligned to the middle and center of the cell. So these three shortcuts which we discussed helps in aligning the values present in the data cell and are commonly used for aligning the data values present in the cells. Let us now move to our next set of Excel shortcuts. Before we move to data, to understand the working of these shortcuts, let us first discuss the definition of these Excel shortcuts. Starting with Control 5, it helps in applying or removing strike through to the values present in a given cell or the values present in a group of selected cells. This is commonly used shortcut for project managers which would track the moving dates of a given milestone. Alt A and then press M will help in removing the duplicates from a given data. Now we will move to our data to understand the working of these two shortcuts. So to apply strike through, first select the cell and then press Ctrl 5. So this has applied strike through to the value present in the selected cell. To remove the strike through in the selected cell, again we will select the cell and then we will press Ctrl 5, and this has removed the strike through on the value present in the selected cell. If I want to apply strike through to a group of cells, we will select the group of cells, and to apply strike through to the values present in these 4 cells, we will select the data cells having those values and then we will press Ctrl 5. So it has applied strike through to all the values present in the selected cells. Again, to remove the strike through, we will select the data cells containing the values from where we want to remove the strike through and then press Ctrl 5. So this is how strike through works, and we can apply and remove strike through one Excel shortcut, which is Ctrl 5. Now moving to our next Excel shortcut, which is Alt A and then M. In the data we can see that we have duplicate rows with serial number as 2. So row number 4 and row number 5 are duplicates. Now we can remove the duplicates present in this column serial number by simply selecting values where we want to apply the duplicate data check, which is column serial number, and then pressing Alt A and then M. Here we can see that we are receiving a warning and we have been asked to select one of these options. So we will select here the expand the selection option and click on remove duplicates button. Here again we will press OK, and expected result is that row number 4 and row number 5, one should get deleted. On press of OK, it is telling us that one duplicate value was found and removed. So here we will press OK and we can check that. So we have 5 unique serial numbers and one duplicate serial number was there with the serial number as 2 that has been removed from the data present here. Let us now move to our next set of remaining Excel shortcuts. Shift Alt Right helps in grouping the cells. Shift Alt Left, it helps in ungrouping the cells. Control Alt V opens the page special dialog box, which provides multiple options or actions that can be applied to the value being pasted at the destination cell. So starting with Shift Alt Right and Shift Alt Left. If I want to group these 2 rows, I can achieve it by selecting row 4 and row 5 and then pressing Alt Shift Right. So we can see now these 2 rows, row number 4 and 5, are grouped together. So one group we have created, and that group is for row number 4 and row number 5. If we want to ungroup these rows, we can achieve that by selecting these 2 rows and then pressing Alt, Shift and Left. So we can see now row number 4 and 5 are ungrouped. So now moving to our next shortcut, which is Control Alt V. Let me copy the value present in cell B4 to the cell E4. Now if I press Control Alt and V, you can see that a paste special dialog box is opened up. So now we get options to paste the values, we get options for various operations, we get option for skipping the blanks, and we get option for transpose. The list is big. I'm just taking one example how it will impact the destination cell. So if I see in my example, this is the source cell and this is the destination. There can be seen that the column width for both the cells is not the same. If I want the column width to be same, I can achieve that by selecting the column width option in the paste section and then clicking OK. Now the column width of the cell E4 and the cell B4 are the same. This marks the end of our session. I hope the session was helpful and we will meet again in the next session to discuss another important Excel topic. I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications.